Hello, 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 sellers. It's Kathy, and I love to be selling on eBay. Come on in, come on in. We are going to be working on getting your listings seen in eBay search, getting them found by shoppers. And if they're not, I've got some ideas to help you. So come on in, because what we're going to be talking about is, what is this doing on my eBay listing? And what can I do about it? This actually has been coming up a couple of times. I've been seeing this on social media and Facebook groups, and I saw this on a community board too. So I said, you know what, I'm going to answer this one. And I've got an interesting tip for you in answer to it. So come on in, you're going to love this. So those of you that are joining me on my Facebook business page, thank you, thank you. I so appreciate it. Those of you that listen on my YouTube channel, Kathy Terrill, I love to be selling, thank you. And those of you downloading my podcast, Kathy Terrill, I love to be selling, I so appreciate it. So let's talk about this. And I'm going to pull one up, and I'm going to use a purse, but you can certainly do this in any category, and it is evident in every category. So what sellers are asking is, it's Kathy, I'm looking at my listing, and my competitors or other sellers, depending on how you hold the other listings on eBay, are on my listing. And what can I do about it? The post I actually saw was literally like, how can I get rid of this? So I'm going to show this to you, and then I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to explain some strategies to deal with this. Okay. So in case you haven't seen this. So here we go. Here we are. There we go. Okay. So what I did was I searched Michael Kors purse. And the reason I do Michael Kors, I mean, and again, you can do this in any category. It's just because there's a lot of listings. And I know I'm going to see a lot of listings, and I'm going to see a really good variety. But I encourage you, particularly if you've got something that's not selling, that's been up for a while, and you're like, why isn't this selling? Is go and search it. And then I'm going to show you some things to take a look at. So we're looking at Michael Kors purses, and I picked this Michael Kors Python snakeskin. I said, you know what, let's just take a look at this. Okay. Cause it was $49. I wanted something, you know, like a good price, but not like a $500 or $600 purse. And let me see if it's going to pop it up. No, I'm going to have to do a new screen. So just hang on, and we will take a look at this. Here we are. Is this? Yeah, here we go. Okay. And very nice job by this seller too. Lamkey Collections with 41 feedback. So you know what? Good for this seller. Nice job. So here is your listing. So the question is, Kathy, other sellers' listings are on my listing. What do I do? So we're looking at this lovely Michael Kors Hamilton Python snakeskin shoulder bag, large chain strap. Okay, $49. Okay, and we're scrolling down, and we're scrolling down. Boom, boom, right under the pictures. And I'm on desktop. Okay. But you're going to have similar things happening to you on the app, but I'm showing this on desktop right under the listing. So somebody has clicked, they're looking at the listing, and they're scrolling down, you know, to learn about this Michael Kors purse. And immediately you see similar items sponsored. And this is what several sellers have been talking about. It's like, why are these other listings on my listing? Because this is my listing. This is my purse that I'm selling. Why are these here? So first of all, anytime you see on eBay the word sponsored, see similar items in bold, and then underneath it, the word sponsored. And you will see listings on eBay in what's called the river, which is the main search flow on eBay. You'll see a picture, and you'll see the word sponsored. You'll see images. Sometimes at the checkout, you will see sponsored. What that means is that is an eBay ads placement. Okay. Promoted listings. And there's a variety of things that we can pick from for promoted listings. Promoted listings is done by eBay advertising. So these sellers are in a promoted listings campaign, and their listings are appearing on this other seller's listing. And the question from the seller was on social media, Kathy, how do I get rid of this? And the answer is you can't. Okay. It's here to stay. They're not going anywhere. If you're not aware of this, eBay has earnings calls because it's a publicly traded company. And all companies do this. They'll have, you know, first quarter, 2025 earnings, end of year 2024 earnings. They're very, very interesting. It's a lot of information for things like stockbrokers and traders and people that are buying and selling stocks. But it's also a lot of information about eBay revenues, where eBay's profits are coming from. And one of the things they talk about in every single earnings call, I go through and I read them, I read the transcripts, is the revenue that promoted listings generates. eBay makes an enormous amount of money from promoted listings. And it's no surprise, eBay is not alone. Amazon makes enormous money from their advertising that they offer their sellers. Etsy, the same. So this is not uncommon. A lot of sites do this, and it's not going anywhere. And if anything, it's expanding. You have off-site ads, you have advanced ads where you're doing pay-per-click. So just be aware of that. It's not going anywhere. They're there, and they're right on your listing. And not only are they right on your listing, there's a lot of them right on your listing. I want to point this out, and then I'm going to give you some strategies. So right below here, you've got a strip. Okay. Keep going. Look at this. Explore related items. Now, this is interesting because it's still the Python, but now they're showing a wristlet wallet. So it's like, okay, if you're interested in the purse, maybe you'd be interested in the wallet. Okay. Again, notice the word sponsored. That means it's a promoted listing. Okay. It also means you can't do anything about it. Keep scrolling. Look at this, item specifics. So you had 2 rows of promoted listing, competitive listings, or similar, because like the wallet's not a competitor. It's sort of similar, sort of like an add-on, like, hey, if you're interested in the purse, wouldn't you like the wallet? But you had 2 strips, okay, before you get to item specifics. Now, what this tells me as a seller, because promoted listings isn't going anywhere, is, and we're going to scroll back up so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, notice this strip of competitor listings, strip of competitor listings. Your listing is with these strips of competitor listings underneath your listing before you even get to item specifics. What does this emphasize to you? The importance of your title. Look at this listing and your picture. Okay, I'm going to have competitors right underneath me. I need to really stand out. How do I do that? My title, and I'm going to give you some tips on that, and your pictures. Okay, it's a competitive marketplace. Promoted listings isn't going anywhere. eBay's making a lot of money off promoted listings. They're going to be there. So I need to acknowledge that I am on a competitive marketplace. I am not the only seller on eBay, right? We all know this, right? But still, sometimes you got to talk to yourself like, I'm not alone. Is how do I stand out? I know this is going to be on my listing. How do I stand out? And it's your title and it's your pictures. Okay, you got two rows of competitors before you even get to your item specifics. Okay, so now we get to our item specifics. Yay. And this seller has, look at this, really good job on item specifics. Okay, nice description. Okay. And then look at this, what eBay does. So this is interesting. So again, we got the item, we got 2 rows of competitors, we have the description, and now eBay is showcasing about the seller. Like, look at this wonderful seller. Look at the seller's feedback. So thank you, eBay. Okay, keep going. Remember, this is desktop. More. So we had 2 rows. Now listen, this person we've seen before. So it's interesting is they're showing it again, and I'm going to show you something about it, which is good reason why. Okay, more. All notice it's all snakeskin. Okay, so if you're not aware of it with promoted listings, when they're pulling your competitors, they're really looking at the item specifics in your titles is how they're pulling it. They're not just going, oh, Michael Kors purse, right? Or oh, they gave us whatever. Is they're really looking at if this person is interested in a Michael Kors snakeskin purse, what other purses meet that criteria that are in promoted listings. Okay, and that's what they're showing. And there's a lot of them. And some of them are being shown more than once, which is really interesting. So they must be a really close match. So keep going, scrolling. Look at this, more. More. It's like, look at this. And now look at this. This is a little different. It's like, okay, Michael Kors, but different. So now we're getting a little bit off the snakeskin. Okay. but look at how much, and this is all underneath your listing. Look at this, bought together. See, we're back to the wallet. You might be interested in the wallet. I mean, it goes on and on and on, but this is what I want to show you is very competitive marketplace. You cannot get them off your listing. It's promoted listings. eBay people are sellers, us are paying eBay to promote our items. If you're not aware of this, eBay loves us very much, but eBay wants the sale. So yes, they would love it if this item sells, the one I landed on, but they're much more concerned on that the shopper buys something and also buys something that they want, which is why they're going to show them all these other things like, hey, but there's this and there's this and there's this. eBay wants the sale. That's what eBay's about. They're also very glad to get the revenue from promoted listings. My job as a seller is to really showcase my item, make it as attractive as possible with fabulous title, fabulous pictures, okay? Great description. Also really filling in the item specifics, which the seller did, go seller. My job is to stand out in this crowded marketplace. Again, at the top of the listing, what do I got? I got title, I got pictures. But this is what I wanted to point out because yes, I'm not going to say it's not annoying. It is annoying to have other people's listings on your listing, but it is what it is. I'm on eBay's marketplace. I'm a seller with lots and lots of other sellers. And Michael Kors is a very crowded category. There's going to be a lot of other sellers on it. So then what I can do, I list this beautiful purse. Let's say it's up for a couple of weeks, maybe it's up for a month, and it hasn't sold. It's like, okay, why hasn't this purse sold? I've got a good title. I've got good pictures. What is going on? So go and look at your listing. Okay. You got to sort of like put the emotion aside, go and look at your listing. Yes, you don't like the fact that other people are on your listing, but look at them. For instance, and this seller knows their stuff, Michael Kors Hamilton, because most of the Kors purses have names. Okay. Also good large, because obviously they also come in different sizes. And it has a chain strap. Okay, besides the fact that it's Python. Scroll down. Here's another Hamilton bag. It's $65. So I would do is go, I'm well priced. I'm good. Now with something like this, I would then also check this the condition of the bag. For instance, like with my bag, which is the one that's for the lesser price. You know, is there an imperfection? And that's why I priced it this way. Okay. But right now I'm looking good because I'm $20 cheaper than my competitor, right? And it's pre-owned. I'm also looking at the condition, right? Because if it's new, obviously it's going to be more. So I'm doing good, right? Now, one thing I can do, so I go, okay, but it hasn't sold and it's sitting here. And not only that, I've got best offer, good seller. And what this seller has chosen to do is a real close-up on it. So I really see the Python, which I think is great. But it does have a large chain strap. This seller's pulled back, so you see the strap. So maybe if it's up for a couple of months, maybe I reshuffle my pictures and go with a picture that shows the large chain strap. Okay, I'm going to keep going, make sure I'm still priced well. Again, this is my competitor. I'm looking to see if there's another Hamilton bag, because I want to make sure, again, very good item specifics. Go, go, go. We got our feedback. Okay, here's oh, look at this. Somebody's got a Hamilton bag, and they're saying chain strap. It's $42 with free shipping. Ouch. So then perhaps I go in and I take a look at it. Again, you always got to be aware of there might be an imperfection. There could be a stain inside. You might take returns. They don't take returns. So don't automatically drop your price just because somebody else is much lower than you. Check look at this. Somebody's got a video. Go, go, go over here. That's another thing you can do is upload a video. Is check your price, check your condition, check your return policy, and particularly on the bags. You know, does it have the shoulder strap? Does the shoulder strap, is it in good condition? Is there any kind of rust or wear to the metal? Take a look at it. Don't just drop your price because somebody else is less than you. Okay, take a look at what the condition is. And very similar keywords. And that was the other thing I was going to suggest is take a look at the keywords they're using in case there's a juicy keyword that you missed. And everybody's doing pretty much the same thing. Snakeskin, shoulder bag, large chain strap. Shoulder bag, large chain strap. It looks like everybody's copying everybody's titles. Let's see if anybody else has a really cool title. Okay, this one's talking color tan. That might be something because obviously this is more like gray black. This is tan. Okay, they've got the word purse besides shoulder bag. Embossed leather, maybe, but they're talking satchel, chain strap. So again, look at these other keywords. And again, if it's been sitting there for a while and it's not moving, take a look at, because you've got, this one's got shoulder bag, so I might put in purse. I might put in purse on this, okay? But that's what I wanted to share is, yes, other people's listings are on your listing. You know what I mean? Your eyes are not deceiving you. They're not going to go away because eBay makes a lot of money off of it. It's promoted listings, okay? And literally look at the Michael Kors. I mean, it's rows and rows and rows. And the thing that's interesting is that one bag, the one that was pulled back, was shown in several placements, which is really why. Now, why? Because it's a Hamilton. Because it's exactly what I landed on. So they're going, aren't you interested in this? Aren't you interested in this? Aren't you interested in this? But what's nice is the listing I was looking at, it was $20 less. Now, maybe it's $20 less because there's like an ink mark on the inside of the bag, you know, in the lining, and I'm buying it for myself. I may not care about an ink mark. It's like it's on the inside. I'm the only one that's seeing it. It's not that big. It's not that big a deal. I'm totally okay about it. Or you might be, you know what? I do not want any kind of stain on the bag. I'm willing to pay $20 more. Let's say that's why there's a price discrepancy. I'd much rather pay the $20 and have a bag that really, like, there's no signs of wear on the lining. The other thing, always, you know this with the purses, but it's certainly true with shoes too. I was just listing some shoes. Is with the purses, is you look at the bottom, you know, if there's any kind of wear. So take a look at that because people are very concerned about that. About what the bottom looks like, any kind of scuffing and stuff. Same thing with the shoes. You know, if you're shoes, soles, always, whenever I'm working with sellers that are selling sneakers or shoes or boots, you've got to show the soles. Soles are huge, huge, huge for the shoes. And again, that can be where there's a price discrepancy. So that's my encouragement. Just because somebody's less money than you might go, oh, you know, I got to drop my price $20 or $10 or whatever. No, hang on. Go and look at their pictures, read the description, look at the condition of the item. And the other thing is look at the return policy. Because if you're willing to take returns, and this is completely personal, okay? If you're willing to take returns, you can charge a little more than somebody who doesn't take returns, okay? So that's just words of wisdom for you. Okay. But use the competitor listings. It's like they're there. They're not going anywhere. There's a lot of them, but use them. I can check my, it's like, bam, research, right? Research on keywords, research on pricing, right? Also take a look at the pictures. Maybe there's a picture that they're using that's a really cool picture that I didn't think of taking at that angle. Okay. Use it as research. It's easy. Boom. I pull up my listing. I got all this other stuff. Look at their pictures, look at their title, look at their keywords, right? Look at the condition and then make the choice. What's going to be best for you? Okay. So that's how you can use the competitor listings that are on your listing. It's like, why are these here? How you can use it to get yours sold. Okay. Because that's what I'm all about. How do I get it sold? How do I help my eBay seller friends get more sales? And I've got a tip sheet for you because we're headed into summer. It is June 2025. And what you're going to want to take a look at is how to keep your sales strong all summer long, because it can be done. Okay. You can absolutely keep your summer sales strong, strong, strong. I've got a tip sheet for you. If you don't know, I worked in brick and mortar retail for over 15 years here in New York. I was also on QVC for over 6 years. I love seasonal sales. I'm loaded with tips for driving sales all year long. Particularly summer is one of my favorite seasons for driving sales. So grab this. It's free. It's on my website. I love to be selling. And grab top 10 ticks to ignite your eBay summer sales. Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.